7 News is your local election headquarters. South Carolina's primary election isn't over yet. Several primary races are in the middle of runoffs right now. Our Scarlett Lizjack breaks down what you, the voter, need to know.
The South Carolina primary runoff election is on June 25th, but early voting started today. Pat and J.R. Wilson of Spartanburg voted on June 11th. A week later, they are back to cast their vote a second time.
We're voting for the people that we want to go into office.
We need some good votes, and we hope we voted for some good ones from what we have found out.
In South Carolina, a candidate must get more than 50% of the vote to move on to the general election in November.
Runoffs are pretty common in the primaries. It really depends on how many candidates file for any given office with a political party. Typically, anytime you see 3 or more candidates file with a single party, there's a high probability that that contest will go to a runoff.
In Spartanburg County, candidates in 3 races are facing off again.
We're looking at State Senate District 12 between Lee Bright and Roger Allen Nutt, House District 34 between Sarita Edgerton and Joanne LaBounty, and then County Council District 4. Those are the only districts where voters living in those districts will be eligible to participate in the runoff.
Residents in these districts hope a second time's the charm.
That's our given right as U.S. citizens, and if it's a runoff, that means it's really close, and we've just got to make sure that we vote again for the people we voted for prior to the runoff.
Election officials say if you don't vote in the runoff, there is a chance you might not have a second choice come November.
It's so important to participate in the primary and the runoffs because many of the candidates will advance to the general election without opposition from a candidate in another party. So the nominee who advances out of the runoff in many cases will be the only name on the ballot for that office in the November general election.
Early voting polls are open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The last day to vote early before the June 25th runoff is Friday. In Spartanburg County, Scarlett Lizjack, 7 News.
So if you're unsure if your district has a runoff, if you're in other counties, we have information on how you can find out. It's all on our website. Head to WSPA.com.